Hello and welcome to another video. There are some people that are not paying attention to the change that is happening in the world today, or in the world of work to be specific. And many of these people, they start to feel left behind. They start to feel a little bit lost with what is happening in the world. And so today I wanted to share something, essentially asking the question of, is your work evolving faster than you? Because for those that are not paying attention to the trends that are happening in the new world of work today, they find themselves in a situation where they feel like their job is evolving faster than them. They may not actually be aware this is what is happening, or they may not actually have the word for what is happening or the description for what is happening. But it could be a case where their job is evolving faster than them. And so I'm asking the question today, if perhaps you are in the same situation where you feel like your job is evolving faster than you. It may not be the case for everyone, but it is certainly the case for some people where they feel a little bit lost and left behind at work. The world of work is in hyperdrive. Automation, artificial intelligence, and other technological advancements are disrupting industries at an unprecedented pace. The new professional landscape is a living, breathing organism. It is constantly changing, constantly adapting, and constantly evolving. New skills are in high demand, and the entire job descriptions are changing overnight. It is enough to make anyone feel like they are constantly playing catch up. While this creates exciting opportunities, it also leaves many feeling out of place and feeling left behind. And so the question I'm asking today, like I've said, is your job evolving faster than you? It is a question that can trigger anxiety, can trigger fear of irrelevance, fear of becoming obsolete, and the dreaded, skill gap. In today's fast-changing world, this scenario is playing out for countless professionals across different industries. Technology disrupts with ruthless efficiency. Customer expectations are shifting with the wind, and entire fields are being reshaped overnight. And the same is true for many people's jobs as well. And so the question isn't whether your job will evolve. It is how fast the market disruption is leaving you behind, and how fast can you evolve. And so I'll be sharing 7 signs that your job is evolving faster than you. Some of the signs may apply to you, some of the signs may not apply to you, but nonetheless, let's get into it. The first sign is that you start having confusing buzzwords. Suddenly everyone is talking about things like agile, DX, digital transformation, machine learning, but you are like, what are you talking about? These signals are signs that your job is evolving if you're not familiar with them. Another point is you're feeling lost in meetings. Conversations are covered with references to new tools and processes you haven't encountered before. This can be similar to the first point as well. Another point is declining confidence. You feel less confident tackling new challenges or new projects, or putting yourself out there, or trying new things, because you feel like, things are different around here. I don't know if I'm qualified for this. Those are some of the feelings you have, and that is a sign that your job is probably evolving faster than you if you no longer have confidence in doing certain things at work. This leads to another struggle, which is now struggling with new technologies. Learning a new software feels like climbing Mount Everest. You struggle to keep up with industry trends and competitor innovations. You're not familiar with these things, and some people don't even want to try. Another point is constant reorganization within your company. Company goals and priorities are shifting and changing rapidly, making it hard for you to stay on track. Team structure keeps changing. Responsibilities are being shuffled around. Today you're doing one thing, tomorrow you're doing the next thing, next week you're doing something else. Things are constantly changing. That is a sign that your work is evolving. And because of this shuffling around, work starts feeling unfamiliar. The things you used to do starts feeling unfamiliar. You're suddenly doing things you never expected, from data analysis to social media management, to things that were never part of your role. So that is one sign that your job is shifting or evolving faster than you. Another sign is that new colleagues are shining, or newbies, they seem to grasp concepts more quickly, and they're excelling in areas that feels very unfamiliar to you. These people just joined the organization. You have been there for so long, but they seem to be doing so well because they're coming in with fresh ideas and fresh perspectives. Meanwhile, you, on the other hand, you're feeling lost because, of course, you've been there for too long. You've maintained the status quo. You are not challenging yourself, and because of that, new people are outshining you, even though they are just coming in and you have been there for way longer. Time to do something about it. And so, what do I recommend that you do about it? Here's my action plan. Here's what you can do. Number one, embrace lifelong learning. That's the only way to really stay relevant. Commit to continuous learning, take online courses, attend industry workshops, or join professional development programs. In doing these things, you will learn more and more. Become a knowledge sponge. Soak in as much knowledge as possible. Actively seek out for mentors within your company who can share their expertise and identify emerging skills needed for the evolving job market. And let me say something in regards to mentorship, right? Because the world is changing so fast. If you are going to shadow someone, or if you're going to look for a mentor that is ahead of you at least 2 to 5 years, so that their knowledge is not outdated. If you look for a mentor that is ahead of you 20 to, or let's say 10 to 20 years, the knowledge gap that mentor has, he or she has, may be way outdated, and it may not serve you. So rather shadow people that are just a few years ahead of you. In that way, the knowledge and the things you're learning from them are much relevant than shadow someone who is like 20 years ahead of you. I hope that makes sense. Another point, volunteer for new projects. Step outside of your comfort zone by taking on tasks that utilizes new technologies or new softwares, or tasks that will make you learn new skills. In that way, you can grow and become relevant or stay relevant. And you need to become a change agent as well. Don't be afraid to suggest process improvement or new ideas for utilizing technology. Suggest new approaches or experiment with emerging tools. In that way, you will be learning in the process. You need to invest in your soft skills as well. Communication, critical thinking, problem solving. These are valuable skills that technology is not going to take them away. So learn them. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to take initiative. Learn how to learn and learn how to unlearn, because in doing all of these things, you are pushing yourself to stay relevant, and you're pushing yourself to learn new things as well as unlearning things that no longer serve you. And another interesting point is for you to befriend technology, right? Don't be afraid of technology. Learn how to leverage it to your own advantage. Technology isn't the enemy, It is not the enemy. It can be your greatest ally. Think of it like a new colleague. Initially can feel unfamiliar, perhaps even intimidating in many cases, but with potential for a powerful collaboration. So learn how you can collaborate with artificial intelligence, because the future of work is bright for those who are willing to collaborate with AI and continuously learn and continuously adapt and continuously evolve. So if you are afraid of technology, or if you are fighting technology, you are fighting a losing battle, because the person who is going to lose in the end is you. Another point for you to stay relevant is to network like crazy, right? Connect with thought leaders and colleagues who are comfortable with new developments and new technologies and new trends. Ask questions and shadow them again if possible. This is still like part of mentorship. Another critical point for you to stay relevant is to start building your personal brand. You need to showcase your expertise online. You can do it through social media or blog articles, because your resume is no longer the sole factor that employers are looking for in today's age and time. They are increasingly looking for well-rounded individuals who are passionate and knowledgeable and actively engaged in their fields. So this is where your personal brand comes in. Your personal brand is your chance to curate a digital footprint that showcases your unique value proposition to the market and establishes you as a thought leader within your industry or within your field. Another thing you can do if you're feeling left behind or lost is to talk to your manager or talk to your organization, right? Have an open conversation about your career goals and how you can bridge any skills gap that are left. If you feel like you're feeling a bit lost, talk to your manager or talk to someone about it. It might even not be your manager, it might be a coach, it might be a mentor. Share what you're feeling. Maybe you feel like you are stagnant, you feel like you are stuck. Talk to someone about it, because they say a problem shared is a problem half solved. The moment you share that, someone may be able to direct you and lead you down the path which will keep you relevant or keep you feeling, as part of the revolution or as part of the change that is happening within an organization. Another thing you can do is to consider a side hustle. Freelancing or a side business allows you to experiment with new skills or new technologies, and it allows you to stay relevant as well, because this will force you to learn things along the way. And the last point is not such a great point, which is prepare for the worst. While staying positive, it is wise to update your resume and keep your professional network active. Don't be afraid to explore new roles within the organization or even seek external opportunities that align with your evolving skill set. Maybe you've tried all these things and you have realized, what, I could be better out there. I could do something with myself better out there. So why not? Maybe that's not really the worst, but you can prepare to exit the organization or exit your current role or something. If you feel stuck, it's time to do something about it. And my final pro tip is that if your responsibilities have expanded, consider negotiating for a raise or a change in title to reflect your new value. That is something important for you to do. If you want to stay relevant and you don't want to feel stuck and you don't want to feel lost, consider having that conversation with your line manager or whoever is responsible within the organization. And thank you for watching. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below.